Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about gear and specifically about my gear setup for the 2022 backpacking season. I think this is one of the, maybe even the most exciting video for me to film, because not only do I love gear, but that also means that the backpacking season is around the corner, and that's what I'm really excited about. So today I would like to show everything that's in my pack, so it's going to be a bit of a longer video, maybe even my longest video of the year. I will be showing you everything what I have inside, not in detail. Throughout the year I will do some more in-depth previews about specific items, but for now it's just a general gear overlook. So let's have a look. I have to say that I am very happy with my final setup for this year. I have loads of new gear, but that is for me personally one positive thing that I could take out of the whole COVID situation, because in the last 2 years I have to cancel a lot of my trips. I couldn't plan a lot, so all the money I saved from that I could use to buy new gear. I sold some of my old gear and I got new stuff in return. So this is a gear setup that really works for the two of us. Little man is here as well. So that does not mean that it works for you as well. So for example, I'm working with packing cubes. I know some people totally hate them. For me, they are really a great addition to my pack, because last year I was hiking with a 65 liter pack and now I'm hiking with a 50 liter pack. So that means that I am losing 15 liters of storage room this year. So it was hard to try for me to get everything in, and those packing cubes really helped me. So that's an example for a thing that works for me, might not work for you. So let's start with this video, because otherwise it will be way too long. First I'm going to start with my Fanny pack. This is the Waymark zip pack, and it is a small 1.5 liter Fanny pack. I came to the conclusion that it might be a little bit too small if I want to fit everything in, but we will see by time what brings to that. And what I have in here are all my valuables. So I always have those on hand in case I have to leave the pack somewhere. I do not have to worry about things that have high valuables in it. There's only one valuable thing in my pack, but I will get to that later. In here is my photo camera. That is the Canon G7X Mark II, which I'm using to make my photos out on the trail. It has the Ultrapod for when I'm when I'm filming walking by scenes with my GoPro, which I'm filming on right now. I have my knife in here, so I always have that on hand. I really like this one. It is one I got from Lapland. It is a handmade one. Not a very big one, but it does the job absolutely fine. It's really sharp, so really happy with the protection around it. The keychain I added myself, so I can hang it around my neck in case I needed a cap. In here I also have some cards, because obviously when you're filming on the trail people are talking what you're doing, so then I can give them a little card so they can look us up on YouTube. I have my wallet in here with some cash, my regular bank card, driver's license, insurance card, stuff like that. I have Arabi's passport in here. I have a strip of ibuprofen just in case I need something on the trail. I do not have to open my whole pack. And I have this little thing in here. Might be a luxury item to a lot of people, but while I'm 9 out of 10 times hiking alone, that means that I'm spending every night alone at camp. So a little e-reader is a great addition to my pack. So that's everything that's in my Fanny pack. There's a little keychain attached to which I absolutely love. Somebody painted Ravi on it for me. So that's the first little item that we're always carrying. So let's move on to the pack. First I start with everything here on front. That's most easiest for me. Up here I have a little towel which has Ravi's name on it, Ravi's name on it. And that I have attached to my pack for in case we are entering a restaurant or something during our lunch break. Ravi has muddy paws, or before he enters the tent. So therefore this little towel. Come on man. In here in the front I'm carrying my poop kit. That's a new addition to my pack actually. And it includes a roll of poopy bags so I can remove toilet paper off the trail. It's getting busy here. Come on guys. I have some toilet paper in here. some hygienic wipes, the deuce of spades, who does not know this little thing, and my Wixie that I introduced in my Christmas gift idea video. So we can pee in the woods as well, because like I mentioned in that video, I'm one of those ladies who cannot pee in the woods. So that's everything that is in here. I also, now I think someone's getting curious. Yes, he is carrying Ravi's beef stick, which he always gets at the end of the trail. You see that obviously in each of my videos. Come on, Ravi. Come. You see that in each of my videos that he gets that as a treat after each hike. Always have one on hand. In here I have my puffy jacket in a stuff sack or a dry bag by Hightail Designs. And this year I chose for a synthetic puffy jacket. I actually bought it for Scotland. Unfortunately that trip's not going to happen this year, but it'll be fine anyway. And this is the Enlightened Equipment Torrid jacket. So needs some time to fluff up when it comes out of the package, but it's absolutely a great one. I wore it a few times now and it is super warm, so definitely going to like that one. I have a bottle of bug spray. Unfortunately bugs seem to like me, especially mosquitoes, so always need to have that on hand. And this is something I made myself, or at least what's in this bag, because I used to carry one of those ground pins for Ravi so I can put them on there when we are at the campsite, but those things are so bulky, so heavy and so sharp at a point that it ruined several pieces of my gear. So therefore I decided to go for something lighter, more packable. In here is a little harness for Ravi. This is the Rougher High and Light harness. This is a, come on buddy, this is a very light one. It only weighs 75 grams, so that's absolutely very lightweight. Then I have two big plastic tent stakes in it and two leashes. Ravi, come on, get back. Two leashes so I can attach Ravi at the campsite. And how that works is this one is going in between the stakes. So this comes on tight like this. Then I'm adding this leash to it. Clip Ravi to this carabiner, and then he can walk around the camp and this line slips through the other one. So it is very lightweight and I'm very happy with it. Tried it out a few times. Stakes stay in the ground perfectly, so nothing to worry about in regards to that one. What else have I got in front of here is just a little hiker tag, which I'm still very proud of. I got that beginning of last year. Somebody made it for me, really like it. Somebody made Ravi out of filth, is it called in English filth? I don't know exactly, but that's a little thing of Ravi. I attached some patches to my pack because, you know, I like that. A little patch with our YouTube name in case people are asking for more information out on the trail. What I have here are my trekking poles, which are the ones by Z-Packs. Absolutely very lightweight and I really like them. They are very easy to take, and because they are so lightweight, I have not added this weight to my pack list because 9 out of 10 times I am carrying them, so therefore I'm counting them with the clothes I'm wearing. Let's see, what have we got on this side? Here we've got my tent stakes and poles. Just a combination of it. They are in a Hilltop Packs bag, so I have everything together. And in here is my tent, and that was my biggest point for choosing this backpack, and that is the fact that it has a very large side pocket in here, so I will be able to put my tent in it, and I really hope that was going to work out. I have a 3-person tent. I have the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL3. I will link a video up here where I'm introducing this tent to you. But it fits perfectly in the side pocket, so that's great, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to put all my gear in a 50-liter pack. So really happy that that worked out. So that's for this pocket. Then we're going to the little side pocket here. There I have my first aid kit. I customize it myself, so there's a lot of things in there that we personally use. I added some tick remover kits, I added Neosporin, Leukotape, stuff like that, so always safe on the trail. And this is my Lighterpack Seeker. It is a 2-liter water storage bag. So what I'm doing at camp, I'm filling this up, and then I'm having always 2 liters of extra water capacity at the campsite, because we have to walk around the campsite a lot to get water, and some campsites are really big in the Netherlands, so this avoids that I'm having to walk for up into the water several times. So I have 2 liters of extra capacity, then I fill up my water bottles as well, and then I'm good for the night. Down here I have Ravi's water bottle. That's just a 1 liter plain water bottle from the supermarket. And the Chicken Tramper Ultralight Gear water bowl that I introduced earlier on my channel as well, which I link up here too. Together with that is our rain jackets. I have that in a Sea to Summit mesh bag. This is Ravi's rain jacket. That's the Hereby monsoon jacket. And this is my jacket, which is the wrap downpour jacket. So that's everything here in the front, I believe. Yeah, this one's empty, this one's empty. The pack itself, now you can see it a little bit better. That's the Waymark Lite 50 liter. So it's my first experience with the Waymark gear pack, but so far I absolutely love it. It's way more comfortable than those frame packs that I had before, although it does not have that ventilated back panel. Just a Amex. It does not have that, so it does not have a ventilated back panel, but I was afraid that that was going to bother me, but so far not at all. So really happy with it. Here at the top, at the Y strap, I have a part of the Nemo switchback pad. This is my sit pad for when we are taking a break or something. I used to carry a smaller one, but Ravi is using this as a bottom of his quilt as well. It turned out that he prefers this more than the inflatable pad that I showed before. Link again up here. So I decided to switch out my Tramper seat. I switched that out, and now I'm carrying this one with me. So we can use it both, so that makes a difference in the weight. Let's go to the other side of the pack. To here I have the clip for my GoPro attached. I usually keep it to my sternum strap when that's closed, but for now it is on here. I have a little bottle of hand sanitizer. Don't you love the little bottle? I absolutely do. I have a banana. Switched out my cooler cloth for a banana, which with our photos on it, so really a great one. In here I have a 600 milliliter smart water bottle. Same on this side, also a 600 milliliter. And of course my little Moomin that I got from Lapland. Then we are switching to the hip belt pockets. I hope that you can see it. To this one I have attached a poo bag case for Ravi, so I always have an extra roll of poo bags with me. I have a carabiner clip to which I usually attach Ravi's leash during hiking, so I'm able to hike off leash. Added some patches as well. And in this one I'm carrying chopstick, sunscreen, and some anti-chafing cream. Always have that in hand in case I have a problem with chafing on the go. Usually I don't, but you never know. And I have a little pocket in here, which includes all the extras for my camera stuff. So I have a very tiny 5000 milliamp hour power bank in here, a small cable in case I have to charge my camera or my phone on the go, a little screen wipe from Lapland as well. I have spare SD cards in here, and this case which has 3 extra batteries for my GoPro. And the nice thing about this is it weighs nothing. It weighs 59 grams, but it's also the charger for my batteries, so that's something that I really like. I can charge 3 batteries at the same time. I will put a link to this case in the info box below, so you can look it up in case you're interested in this one, because I think that's really great, because you have storage for your batteries, plus you have got a charger at the same time. I couldn't find the word. So that's what I have in here. In the other pocket I have attached Ravi's treat bag, which is a handmade one by the brand of Aura for dogs. I will do a more in-depth review about those products in the future because I have several products of this brand. I really like them, so that's going to be on a video as well. And in this little pocket I've got all the snacks for the day. So I'm having an energy bar for Ravi. I'm having an energy bar for myself. And I'm carrying whatever kind of candy treats I would like to eat that day. And always an extra spare roll of poo bags. Yes, I know then I have a lot of poo bags with me, but I've been talking about it more often. Leave no trace for me also counts for Ravi. So therefore always enough poo bags. So that's everything that is on the outside of my pack. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this away and then we're going to the inside. See you in a minute. Right here you can see a little modification, by the way, that I made to the pack myself. There was not an option on this pack to choose straps on the bottom of the pack. But I think that's a great addition to a pack, for example, to hang your chair or your tent when it's drying. So this is something that I added myself and I'm really happy with it. Let's turn to the inside of the pack. Okay, roll top closure. At the top I have a little bag with my flip-flops in it. These are my camp shoes, so as soon as I'm at camp I can take out my hiking boots and put on these. Then I have our food bags. We have both our own food bag because Ravi's food often is a bit more smelly. So he has his own one. Printed by Hilltop Packs. I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute. One of the cutest photos that I had from Ravi. So that's his food bag. And this is my own. Also printed by Hilltop Packs. So both of our foods are separate and they don't get smelly to one of each other's food. What I have in here as well is my GSI Affinity mark. And this might be a bit bulky, but this serves as a multiple purpose item for me. Because if I take it out, yeah, stickers, I know. I use this as my cold soaking jar. When you close it up, it does not leak, so it doesn't matter. It does not spoil any water or something. So then I use this as my cold soaking jar, for example, when I'm taking my pasta salad for lunch. And in the evening, I put it in here. And I can use it as a mark for my hot chocolate. I used to carry those See the Summit foldable marks, but obviously I can't cold soak in that one. So therefore I decided to go for this one. It is either in my pack or when I have salad in there for soaking, I put it here in the mesh front pocket. And together with that comes this little bag, which I absolutely like. It comes from Etsy. And it has 2 sporks in it. Just the one I've got from Lapland. And this one that I got at work last week from Tokes. That I'm going to try out. It has a polished mouthpiece because I do not like it when that is so, like this one. I don't exactly know how to explain that in English, but the polished one, I prefer that. So I have 2 of those with me. Here in the back of the pack, that might be a little bit hard to see, but I have attached a little pocket from Z-Packs, and in there I have a wallet as well. And this wallet holds my credit card, and when I'm carrying cash with me, half of my cash. So when I'm either losing or my backpack or my fanny pack, then I always have access to money and to cash, so that I'm never out of money to get a taxi, find a place to stay in case I'm losing some of my gear. So that's here in the back. Then we are coming to the first packing cube. I'm using the ones from Hyperlite Mountain Gear. I really like them. What I don't like is that they seem to be glued together here on the edges, and I already had it happen that came loose, so that everything fell out. So I don't know if they will last the whole season, but for now I'm still very happy with them. And this one includes all kind of small things, so let's go through that. It includes my electronics bag, which is also from Hilltop Packs, and which includes my power bank. This is the Nightcore 10,000. It's the lightest power bank there is. It only weighs 150 grams, so that's a nice one to have. My headlamp, the Petzl Bindi, and a little light for in my tent. It has several light switches that you can use. I think it's empty from the weekend. No, it's not. Don't know if you can see it, but that only weighs 11 grams. It's a great one. It's from the brand of Lite gear. It's a UK based brand. And here in the back I've got my cables. So I've got a cable to charge my watch, which is the Garmin Fenix 6S. So I can charge that one. This is a dual USB-C cable, so I can charge my phone and my GoPro at the same time. This is a little cable to charge my headlamp and my e-reader. Earbuds, so I can listen to some videos in my tent in the evening. And a wall charger in case I have to charge my power bank itself during the trail. I also have my toiletry kit in here in a little bag by Ultralight. Not much in here, just everything you need. A hairbrush, some soap. This is the all-purpose soap from See the Summit, the Wilderness Wash. A little toothpaste and toothbrush from Z-Packs. Some Puka powdered soap. A little of deodorant. I know for a lot of you that's not necessary, and I understand when you're in wilderness, but we are in the Netherlands, so a lot of civilization, so it's nice when we go to a restaurant or something in the evening that I can use some of this. And nail clippers. So that's everything in my toiletry bag. A cork ball to roll out mussels in the evening. I have got, do I have them both? Yeah, I have 2 Airlight towels from See the Summit. They are those microfiber towels. I've got one for myself, I got one for Ravi. I also got wilderness wipes. No, Max, that's not a bowl for dogs. Come here. I have some wilderness wipes from See the Summit. And this is a little bag I've got from Lapland as well. And it has some KT tape in it. It has a little repair kit with a little sewing kit, patches for my sleeping pad, a coupler for my Sawyer. And I have this little box of tenacious tape patches, so I can repair stuff on the trail. I also have a tube of muscle and joints cream that is really helpful at evenings when you're at camp to massage a little bit in your muscles, or when you're dealing with injuries or old injuries just as a prevention. I have my little foldable table with me. My Flex Tail Gear mini pump. That's the electric pump for my air mattress. Yes, that's my luxury item for this year, but it's just as heavy as a pump sack, so why not give it a go? And I have my cook kit in here, which is the Jetboil Stash. A nice protection cover around it by Light gear as well. Fits my stash perfectly, and when that comes out, I have a gas canister in here with a mini big lighter, the stove, and a little cloth that I cut in half to dry out my pan, and a pot stand. So standard gear, what's always 9 out of 10 times in a cook kit. So that's that packing cell, packing cube, whatever you would like to call it. I hope it stays dry. Let's move to the second one, that is my clothes bag. In here I have, in case we get some colder nights, which by now, end of April, we do get. So I have some down booties by the brand of Goose Feet Gear. So I have nice and warm feet in the evening. And a little balaclava, because obviously a quilt does not have a head cover like a sleeping bag has. This thing really, really looks crazy when you have it on. Don't laugh, okay? It looks so crazy, but it's instantly warm when you put it on. But for now, let's put it out because we are not here to be crazy. I have a beanie with me. Happy together, of course, when we are on the trail we are. I have some warm socks for at camp. I got those from Etsy, so they are handmade. A spare pair of hiking socks, which are the quarter length darn tough socks. They fit in both my high boots and my ultra shoes, so that's nice. Do not have to take several pairs of socks. Spare set of underwear, merino base layer underwear and a sports bra. And my fleece for at camp, which I absolutely love. It is by the brand of Sky Goat Gear, so it's an American brand as well. This one is so nice and warm. This is absolutely a great one. So next one is for Ravi. I always have to think what is in which one. This is Ravi's cube and it has his quilt in it, which I introduced a few videos ago. His pajama, which is by the brand of Pompa. And I have some straps that I can adjust Ravi's pad to my pad so that they do not slip away from each other in case it's really cold or we are not sleeping totally level. So then I can adjust these as well. That's what Ravi's having in his. Then we're going to the last one. And here you see what I mean. Those things sometimes get loose and that's really a shame because it's not totally full. I have room left in this one, but sometimes they rip, and that's my opinion really a downside because these things cost a fortune. But not a big deal. You can close them up again, so it's not that I'm not using them anymore, but it's just a bit of a disappointment when you're paying so much money. In here is my own quilt, which is the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. It is the 10-degree quilt, if I say it correctly. So it has a temperature rating of -12 degrees Celsius, and it is really nice and warm. I absolutely love it. Switched to a quilt last year from a sleeping bag. Never, ever, ever am I going back. I absolutely love this one. Together with it, I have my sleep clothes, which is a thermal legging by the brand of Wrap, a merino long sleeve shirt by the brand of Wrap, which I, if needed, combine with my fleece sweater, and if really needed, I can also put my puffy jacket on. And the last one in here is my pillow, the Sea to Summit Arrows Premium Large. I got this one for Christmas from my mom, tried it out once so far, absolutely like it. So that in regards to the packing cubes. Then there's one thing left in the bottom, and that's my sleeping pad, and that's the Nemo Tensor Insulated. This is a new one. The last years I have been sleeping on the Nemo Tensor as well. That was the regular white version, but now they increased their R value, and as I'm trying to start earlier in the season with backpacking and stay backpacking a little bit longer at the end of the season, I really wanted the new pad, the new model with the higher R value. They've gone from 3.5 to 4.2 if I'm saying it correctly. Now I have the long white because I cannot get the regular white here. No problem at all, fits greatly in my tent. Ravi can sleep on it as well. So no problems with that size. So the bad guy is empty. It's not a bad guy. I absolutely love it. I love all my gear. I'm really happy with my setup, like I said. So this is everything I have in it. One big mess right now, but when everything is packed up, this feels really, really comfortable. I'm very happy with my base weight as well. I have been able to get it down to, if I leave all the optional stuff, which I'm going to show in a second, if I'm leaving that out, I am staying under 10 kilos of base weight, which I'm really happy about due to the fact that I'm also carrying all of Ravi's stuff. So never expected to be able to get back to such a low base weight, because when you're backpacking with a dog, ultralight is really hard, the real ultralight. But getting under 10 kilos, including all the dog gear, yeah, I'm proud of myself. So I'm really happy with that. Talking about optional gear, I have a few items here beside me, which I not always take. I take them depending on the circumstances. So the weather that's going to be forecasted, the terrain where we are going to be hiking in, the facilities that the campsite we're staying at is offering us. So that's a list of optional stuff. And the first one is my Heel Inox Chair Zero. It's usually an item that I always bring because I broke my tailbone twice. So sitting on a hard surface like this that I'm doing right now is not something I can do for the whole evening. So usually that is coming with me. It's also in a printed bag from Hilltop Packs. It weighs only 500 grams, so it's absolutely worth taking it for me. I put it here at the straps at the bottom if I take it. If I'm carrying food for only one day, it might also fit inside, but it's just a little bit too wide to fit perfectly in my bag. Then you have those little tips that coming out here are poking through the material of my pack, and I don't know what that's going to do, if that's going to happen over a longer time. So I usually keep it on the outside. I call this my shade kit, so to say. It is a little tarp with some tent packs and guidelines, which I'm taking with me when I know that we are staying at a campsite without any shade, because Ravi's not very good at the sun. So when it's getting really warm, this offers me a way to give Ravi a little bit of shade on the campsite. And this is also optional. This is Ravi's winter coat. I usually take it at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season, or it must be really cold during the season. So this depends on the night temperatures because he will sleep in it. So depending on that, whether this is going with us or not. Same with this one, little one in a Hightail Designs stuff sack. And this is a new item to my list as well. And that is the Sawyer Squeeze water filter, together with a CNOC 2-liter water bladder. I haven't been using a water filter ever before, because here in the Netherlands, obviously loads of civilization, so always places to fill up your water bottles, passing restaurants, asking people. I was always staying at campsites, and then you can always fill up your water bottles in the morning before you start hiking. But this year I'm going to do some wild camping as well, going to some more remote areas. So therefore I decided to go with a water filter as well. But therefore it's on my optional list because it depends on the kind of hike I'm doing, whether I'm taking this or not. Same with this one. This is the wrap downpour trousers, so the matching rain trousers to my rain jacket. I will only take this if there's heavy rain forecasted. If only some showers are forecasted, my rain jacket will do, because we do not do very long hikes, so always a lot of opportunities to take protection when there's a shower or anything. So this only comes with us when we are doing a longer hike or a lot of rain is forecasted. And I'm having a spare hiking trousers, the wrap sawtooth trousers, and I always only take this one if my hike is going to be longer than 3 days. So when I have to wash in between, then I'm taking extra trousers, but as they are quite bulky and heavy, I'm not taking those on overnighters or just weekend hikes. So that's just some optional stuff. I don't think that's necessary to carry that weight all the time, because 9 out of 10 times I might not even need it. So these are items that I'm going to see per hike each time, again and again, whether I'm taking this or not. So that was a lot of talking. Got thirsty from it. A lot of talking, a lot of gear, but like I said, really happy with it. So this is the gear setup that we will be taking in the 2022 backpacking season. I have a Lighterpack list as well. I will link that down below in the info box. I will link to several of those products as well. I will link up there to several products as well. So I hope that could give you an indication and a good impression on what we are taking this year. I hope it will bring us a lot of joy. I'm absolutely sure actually that it will. It's great quality gear. It's, I think, all we need. Great base weight. So I don't think we have anything with us that is unnecessary or useless. So yeah. So I'm going to clean this mess all up again. And I would like to thank you for taking your time to watch this video. It's probably going to be a very long one. And as always, enjoy the outdoors. We will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.